The government right now is trying to kill us. They're doing it slowly. They want to do it really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get together and stop this vaccine? Because a lot of people are going to die.
Yeah.
They don't want that, though. They want us to fight about your white privilege, where it's real. They
Right.
want us to fight about it because it's endless. Because
Because there's never a resolution.
there's never. If you're in a corporate society, and I'm sure you may have seen this, is that it's going to be self-destructive, and that's what it's designed to do. It's not going to help the bottom line.
Right.
If people are going to get advanced in their positions, and it's going to bring corporations down.
Well,
This is what it's designed to do.
Listen, I agree with a recent comment by Alex Jones saying that this whole work from home, destruction of brick and mortar is a very advanced, multi-stage plot to basically train robots how to do humans' jobs, and therefore to make them obsolete in the general maintenance and productive life. And for a large segment of the population, it's going to go back to old times, in my opinion. Barter, more simple lifestyles, and money, as we have come to know it in our lifetimes, will cease to exist in those civilizations. Now, in the smart cities like you're talking about, if they exist, that's basically super compact.
It's the whole
living
thing
conditions and
right.
live, work, play.
All in your VR headset.
Right. Like in a coffin.
Right.
We know what's going on. It's going to be incremental, Brendan. Are they going to leave us alone? And it would appear in the technocratic state of things, they're not going to leave us alone. If we just say, okay, we'll set up a community, and we don't want your immunity passport. We don't want that. Are they going to say, okay? Okay, you could go live in that
immunity passport.
Immunity
so
passport.
All of a sudden, if you're sick, you can't travel.
I mean, they're trying to create a stigma around the cough.
Yeah.
To such an extent that people are like censoring their own need to clear their throat.
A lady on a flight had a legitimate medical condition. She couldn't wear a mask. In order to board, they forced her to wear a mask, and then she passed out during the flight. I mean, this stuff is gonna. But the point is, I don't think. I mean, I don't wanna. You hope for the best. You prepare for the worst, hope for the best. But are they just gonna let people just say, okay, you have all these people over here that are gonna submit to the vaccines. They're gonna live in compact cities. They're just gonna let other people say, okay, well, we'll opt out. Yeah, we don't need your food. We'll get our own food. We'll take care of ourselves. Are they gonna say, okay?
Probably not, because they're control freaks.
No,
Right.
Of course not.
Right.
That's when it gets hot.
That's when it starts to heat up.
Right. And the problem here, unlike what they're doing to the people in Australia, is we still have guns, and I don't know what they're planning.
Well, here's what I'm thinking that they might do for the gun situation is they're gonna classify the ignition part of ammo as an explosive device, and you've got to have a license to purchase ammo, and they're going to skyrocket ammo prices. So you can shoot all you want all day, and then you're out of ammo. And they have all the ammo supplies.
Right. There's already easily well over. This is a conservative estimate. 100 million guns in the States.
Sure.
There's people already have ammo. They could do that tomorrow. It's not going away.
That's true. I mean, I think that they have the infrared tech. They can find where the big ammo stockpiles are. They can do hot raids on those locations.
But not all at once.
Not all at once, but incrementally in an accelerated fashion.
Right.
And this kind of phase mentality.
If you look at the FEMA map, the plan will probably be to lock down the east and the west coast first, and then to move inward. That's what will probably be in FEMA regions.
Well, yeah, they've already got them lined out. They have governorships and everything. And then with the food centralization, they want to do this stack and pack to food in the cities. Because they know that the most people who live out in the country, even though we've been more domesticated since the Great Depression, and even though there's less people who are involved in agriculture today than there really ever has been in human history, there's enough generational memory in the countryside to quickly disseminate survival
Yeah,
secrets.
if they let people do it.
If they let people
Right.
do it. But that's why they're going to try and tax land
Right.
so much more
Of
than
course.
yet they're going to
That's
tax land,
for
and they're going
years.
to force people to go into these stack and pack cities.
Subcompact cities, yeah.
And that's what the whole Codex Alimentarius component of Agenda 21 is to hyper centralize food supplies.
Just think about it. For years, they've been saying collecting rainwater in a lot of localities is illegal.
Right.
This is control.
Yeah.
Who's hurt? It's like, it's my rainwater. The rain falls in the barrel. I'll do with what I want. Why am I hurting you?
Right. It fell on my property where my domicile is. I mean, how is it? How is it
they
anyone
tell
else's?
you in their name? I mean, right? Like
Right.
Orange Water and Sewer Authority.
Authority,
Okay,
right.
so Orange Water and Sewer. Water is its own thing. They're basically claiming jurisdiction over it.
Right.
And yeah, it's illegal to drill a well in a lot of places. Yeah, collecting rainwater, that's a whole other level. Yeah, there's and this gets into sort of the beginning of the cast here, the Thesaurus Thursday word registry. Because if you look into the origin of licensing, you only ask for, you register or ask, apply for a license in the cases of an activity that would otherwise be illegal. So when you apply for a say mineral license, right? Mining for minerals is otherwise illegal unless you ask them for permission, and then when you ask for permission, you're given the rules of the game, and they're just licensing us out of existence.
Right.
Like the business license is how they have gotten this top-down control over the businesses, so you have to wear a mask.
Right. Here's a great example of sort of the left-right charade. The right will say we don't want to move towards socialism. Okay. Forget the Constitution has no authority for healthcare. There's no authority for drugs. There's no authority for food. There's no authority over education. All those federal laws are invalid. Here's one thing about property. We pay perpetual ad valorem property taxes. This is out of the Communist Manifesto.
Right. I
agree.
agree.
Yet when I was involved in the
Right.
Republican Party, I tried to get a bill to say let's repeal, let's change the Constitution of North Carolina to end this Marxist idea of free public education, and so we could then keep our property forever.
Right.
No one would touch it.
I bet.
That's
I
right.
bet. And you were
That's
probably
right.
shunned for the rest of your.
Some of the activists liked it, but they were afraid.
Yeah.
They're all spineless on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a career killer.
But why should it be? In
But
other
how
words,
about this?
if the system is real, why should it be? Why shouldn't you be able to run for office and say, look, I'm Joe Smith, whoever. I'm running to restore property rights to North Carolinians. Support me. What? It's like public schools or prisons.
It's a killer because it'd be so easy to demonize that. You'd never win. You could run.
Right.
You'd never win.
But the point is that but it takes time, but it would be very popular, especially as people understood what's involved. It's like, okay, do you want to pay property? If you ask anyone, do you want to pay property taxes the rest of your life? No. Okay, I could fix that.
Right.
You want better schools? I could fix that.
Right.
Get rid of licenses for teachers. I will give you better schools overnight that will cost less. It could win, but people are deceived.